Hello, everybody. Welcome in to this week's episode of Dungeons and Cuties. I'm your host, your storyteller, your dungeon mistress. Oh, I'm not talking very loud. My levels are like, hey, idiot, you're talking softly. Hey, it's your bitch. Just me. Let's meet our players. Oh, Kurdan. I wonder who you're supposed to be.
I 1 second, and I don't know who this devilishly handsome tiefling is. Is it better? There we go. Yay! I'm Kurdan, actually, elf barbarian with a pact, so that's fun.
Shout out Tom. Kurdan. Shout out Tom. Say, oh my god.
Oh, holy shit, Tom! Wow. Shout out. Thank you, Tom. You're awesome. We love you. And we'll pass it over to Tom.
Yes, hello. I am Tom. I play Tarloa, the half-orc ranger horizon walker. Yeah, let's get silly. Yori.
It's me, Sten, also known as Yori, the handsome and blue-water Ganassi druid. I'm a pirate at heart, but always yours for the start. Seeing as I am now the captain of a beautiful vessel, I must take my role more serious. So, first order of action is to place a wonderful figurehead of, you guessed it, myself and my beautiful crewmates, of course. Let it be known that we are the majestic pirates of the sea, the Kraken's kin. Pass it on to Candy.
Hello, my name is Rosie, and I play Candy, your very favorite Tabaxi rogue, your favorite princess of the world that can assassinate and stab anyone she wants to, because she's Candy. Yes, I am. I wonder if Jax will like that. That would be so amazing. I really hope Jax likes stabbing. Oh well, whatever. I pass it on. Do we have everyone? Do we have everyone?
DK, gotta get DK.
DK.
Rosie, over here.
Yes, I pass the ball to you.
Oh, wow. I have never played sports. That hit my head. Hi, everyone. It's DK playing Bongu. I will be so excited to leave this place that we're at because these guys freak me out. But I'm here for the party. I'm here for everybody who I cherish and bring into this crazy family that we've got. So excited to see where we go. And back to our dungeon mistress, Dolly.
Hey, it's your bitch again. What's up? Oh my gosh, Spooky, thank you so much for all the subbies. Wow, everyone, that's 5 gifted subs. It means everyone gets another inspiration. We'll see. Perhaps you will need to use them in this uncanny valley of Whisperport. But before we go too far, let's recap as a group. What does the group remember? What would you like to share with chat? Don't forget, chat, everything is recorded. You get all the fun mess ups and the trash pan.
Pineapples.
Oh no, is it really? Hello? Am I broken?
Yeah, you're back.
Oh, I'm back for... Chat might have been able to hear me that whole time.
Ah.
Just so you're in on it, chat. Pineapples means the players can't hear me. Kiwis mean they can. Started in CTS and has since stuck around. Thank you, Nathan V. As I was saying, everything here you can catch on the YouTube, !YouTube. Be sure to check it out if you want all the details, but let's do a quick TLDR. Party, what do you remember happening last time?
Well, first we took care of the little girl, Amelia, whose mother has just passed away, very brutally murdered. And we're taking care of her that she was fine, so she felt a little bit better and got very comfortable with Bongu because he took care of her wounds and was very caring and sweet. After that, we decided, before we continue very far, that we are going to make a little stop at a little tiny little outsider city full of people that were never conquered because they were so weird. So we went there and noticed that they were very weird for a very big reason, for the fact that they were very uncanny and very weird. We went to the tavern and tried to get friendly with the locals, but it creeped us out so much that, Tar was playing cards with them, that they pretended to have a leaky butthole and literally climb out of the window so that we could escape, the party also escaping outside. We did also find out that they have a festival where they hunt and kill lycanthropes, which was not popular in the party for some reason. We don't know why. I wonder why, huh? On the way back to the ship to escape, we also found or stumbled across two tabaxis called Jax and Redacted. I forgot. He wasn't important. He was the little brother from Jax. That's all you need to know. And Candy basically convinced them that our ship, the Queen, is capable of interdimensional travel and that they want to have passage, that they have to pay us money in the form of a very expensive ring. And after they bought that from her, they came into the ship and we stopped the session for the fact that we found out that Yori owes them 1,000 gold. Or whatever GP. No, 10,000 GP. Sorry, there you go. Wump wump.
Yeah. And so we're gonna pick up almost immediately where we left off. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. 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 Excellent.
So we're all on the ship?
You are all on the ship. Moving lazily, almost lackadaisical, in stride. Moving through the weave of the night air is this tall, slender, black tabaxi cat. And behind him, with a much more pronounced, almost pounce, a smaller calico tabaxi. And leading them, Candy. And all of you find yourselves on the deck as this young-looking black cat has just accused Yori. You owe me 10,000 gold. To which, I'll have him continue. So, I'll be taking your ship now. After all, I think you owe it to me. All things considered.
10,000 gold? I don't remember this. What are you
Plus
talking about?
emotional damages and getting me fired from 3 different ships. Oh, and the fact that our parents are gone because of you.
What? You have someone else. It's not me.
Do I?
Yeah. Why? I would never do such a thing.
Open your shirt.
You guys introduce yourselves first before you request anything from us.
I'm not requesting it from you. Requesting it from the great blue whale here.
Blue whale? I am slender, handsome, and beautiful. I am not no blue whale. Although those are very majestic creatures, and I do love them, but I don't know what you're talking about. I do have a goldfish mine, so of course I might have forgot, and I do apologize, but can you explain a little more in detail before accusing me?
He pauses for a moment, glancing at everybody. And he says, his name is Jax. And sure, the Floundering Mermaid, the Seaside Inn and Tavern, looking for a crew. Is this starting to ring a bell? You said we were going to be golden pirates. Pirates that became famous. Pirates that traveled the world. The sea, their actual oyster. We were going to have sirens, Yori. Sirens and gold and magic and adventure. And you know what ended up happening? You ended up happening.
Whoa. Wait a minute there, Jax. If I said those things, then they're clearly happening. I mean, I have a ship. You're coming onto this ship. Why don't you possibly
ship.
join us
I
after
thought it
we've
was
vetted
Captain
you?
Candy's ship. After all, interdimensional travel is a pretty valued market item, don't you think?
I give Candy the straight up cold eye stare. I just look right at her. Yes, Candy.
And
Explain how to be a
I-
captain of an interdimensional ship.
I literally like scooch real close to Yari and whisper to his ear, I didn't know you knew these people. I wouldn't have scammed them if you knew that.
The Jax's ears twitch.
I mean, I am the captain, but Yari is delusional.
You could say that again. Yori and his fat ass.
I mean, it is quite round, and he actually is a 2-in-1 for an anchor sometimes as well, if he doesn't stop talking right now. Ha!
All right, Candy. You know what? We're not gonna start off this way, okay? I see what's going on
Too
here.
late. I think we already have.
Jax, listen here. This is the only thing I'm going to explain to you until we find out more of why you're here in the
You mean
first
until your
place and what's going
goldfish
on.
memory decides to cough up some kind of declaration as to the murdering you've done? Sure.
I've not murdered anyone who did not deserve murdering.
So you're saying my parents deserved it now?
I do not know what happened during that time. I can tell you if they were very good people, I would have done my very best to save them, and my crew can attest to that as well that I am with right now. We've been together long enough to know that I'm not a person who just murders to murder.
You put the P in pirate. A real party.
But I will say this. Candy is not lying, except for one thing. Candy is not the captain. She's a extremely important person of the crew and party member who devotes her every
okay.
being as if she were a captain. But we do have an interdimensional traveling ship.
Sure.
We just don't know how to
sure.
use it yet, so.
Yeah, I mean,
That is
of
true.
course your ego would take a hit that you were under a captain as pretty as Candy.
Oh,
I blush furiously.
oh my god. Candy.
Jax is like, well, anyways, and he puts his hands in his pockets. Nice double mast you got there. Your sails are torn, and your rigging's wrong. That there's backward. You gotta have it come from the starboard side. Do you even remember how to ship Party Pants
Hey, what-
Captain Yori? And he's gonna try
Hey.
to step past all of you onto the deck.
Yori puts his hand out.
Okay, I'm rolling a deck save. If you do try to stop him, we'll roll opposing acrobatics.
Okay.
If Yori's trying to stop him, Tar would step up and help as well.
Okay, so you have advantage.
It rolled double 13s.
Okay, so he got a 25. So he just like he's playing limbo. How low can you go? And then twists. Very acrobatic and agile. And then he's on the other side of the deck. And he's like, this is wrong. This barrel's empty. How do you expect to go in the high seas? Sure, your ship's big, but it doesn't mean the rig isn't going to tip. Oh my gosh, and what is this? And he's like
Jack-
squatting at the
Jack-
deck, pointing at something that's just a big black stain. Pretty gross to poop on your own deck, Yori.
Jax, I know you mean well right now in the moment, but it's not good to just jump on someone's ship and do this all about. You don't want to make Tarloa angry here. Trust me.
Seems to vanish and reappears at the helm, which is the steering wheel for Candy.
Wait, okay. Candy, of course, she thinks she's the captain, but also she cares about Yori as her big brother. She does get a little bit protective in this way. So she actually jumps up onto the barrel, puts her little paw hands onto her waist, looking high and mighty. Alright, Jax, just so you know, we just fought an unmade, okay? They are so scary, you have no idea. We just fought big people and we almost didn't escape at all. We are happy that we're still alive, okay? All of these sea deities, they're after us. We're very, very, very scary people here. So of course, we actually came here just to get some new supplies and scrap our deck very, very nice because this crew is a capable one and I care about all of these people very much. If you want to, I am willing to pay back Yori's debt with this ring. And I grab his own ring that he gave me just a few minutes ago. You can take this as your payment and consider this matter settled, okay? Because this ship is an amazing one, and you will be missing out if you treat us like this.
Okay, roll a persuasion, Candy.
I pray. 25?
It's one of those anime moments where, the mouth is small, the eyes are a little wide, and then they narrow, and then he snorts, and he chuckles a little into his closed fist. She really likes you, huh, Yori? Fat-ass blue whale of the sea. Lightning of the shark.
That's thick ass to you.
Storm of the hurricane, or whatever else you get called. You say all of them are important to you, Candy. Well, I can't help but believe you. And he hops down from examining. But you're as competent as I remember, Captain, looking at Yori. You could use some help. And Candy, keep the ring.
Oh! Are you sure?
He shrugs. I swindled you back. And then he winks.
What? I look at the ring very closely. Can I tell if it's a cheap ring or something?
Just with the naked eye? Not at all.
Huh. I stare at the ring. Just really stare the entire time, just as he keeps talking.
So as far as I can tell, you're gonna need help. Is this all you got for a crew?
In terms of all I got, this is the crew, and each and every one of them is fantastic and amazing at everything they do. We are experts in our own ways, so...
As he looks...
But in terms of the amount of people, yes, this is all we have.
As he looks at everybody, you can tell that he's assessing all of you, from Kurdan to Bongu to Tar to Malia. So tell me, was that a hasty beat retreat because you're afraid of everybody here?
It's because we can tell how dangerous they are.
Just because something's dangerous doesn't mean it isn't also friendly.
And that's fine. But...
Any points at Kurdan? I'd like to, Your Honor, give you example A.
Afraid is not the right word.
Besides, we might not be leaving. We just needed to have a private talk
We were-
without any intruders.
Oh, please. Don't let me stop you. After all,
Are you gonna walk off the ship?
I'm part of the crew now.
Oh, you are?
And he walks over to the captain's quarter, opens the door, makes a little pss, pss, pss sound. His younger brother scampers across the way to him, and then they close the door and go into the captain's quarter on deck.
What the hell is happening, Candy? Who are these people?
Candy.
Well, I like Jax. I don't know about his younger brother. What even is his name? I don't think I even counted.
Candy, it's not about the fact that it's Jax and a younger brother. Why the hell are they on the ship and going into the captain's quarters already as if they control it?
Don't ask me. I mean,
Felix does cut in and say, I could kick them out if you would like, but he's having a hard time not laughing. It is Captain Candy's ship after all.
it is. Yeah, I don't think they have the right to be in the captain quarters. As much as I like them, I thought they could be, in their little cubby. I thought, look, this is a big ship. We have a lot of extra rooms. I thought we could need the help. He has very shiny dark fur. I thought
Candy?
yeah.
Ta,
What does his fur have to do with this?
hold on, Ta. She has a point. He's quite nice to look at.
Yeah, did you look at it from close, Tar? It's very soft looking. I really want to feel how soft the fur is. Like, this is important.
Okay. Are we staying here for the night? These people are freaky. I have a feeling they... Kara's gonna look over at Malia and Kurdan. They pose a specific danger to some of us. And I know we need to restock, I know we need supplies, but is this the right place to do it at?
I feel like anywhere we go is going to pose a danger. I don't think we've been to a place that unfortunately hasn't. So our boat is safe. We're safe. We got out of there. I think we can try to stay. And when I tried to detect good and evil on them, there was no evil or malicious intent coming from them.
There's definitely malicious intent, but not in the way we're used to.
Also,
Go ahead, Candy.
I also like to note that, well, if we can trust them or not, that's a different matter, of course. But they did say they have been staying with these people for a while. And while they might be weird and a little bit scary and uncanny, but it does mean that they should be okay with outsiders once we could get used to them, maybe.
And I do know Jax to a certain point of working with him as a crew person myself during many ships before, but
So you do remember him?
I remember him vaguely. My mind is still a bit foggy as it has been quite a while. But my time that I do know with him was not dangerous in any way. He didn't seem as if he had murderous content or anything like that. So I agree with Bongu. I don't think we can just go somewhere else that is magically going to be safer than here, and it seems like they're not just raiding our ship and trying to kill us right now. So
You hear above you some of the rigging move, and all of you glance up, and like a lazy black cat, Jax is lounging, and he's got something that he's eating. He's like, you know, they are a little creepy, but they're really good people. And in terms of posing particular threats to your crew members, that is a titty of information I didn't quite pick up on. But it makes sense now. Huh. And he's got this long black tail. It's just sort of like sweeping back and forth. It's got some bangles on it that jingle a bit. And up close you can see his copper-toned skin, and his midnight black ears are pierced with little gold hoops and studs. And he's just got this almost delighted feral expression as he's leaning on his side, cheek on his fist, just balancing on this thin wire, or this thin rope that stretches between the posts. And
I would like to incite Jax.
go for it. Go ahead and roll.
$16?
God, this guy's hard to read. He smells like a swindler, though, Kurdan. He's just this smooth guy kind of feeling. This entrepreneur sort of vibe. He screams pirate in a way that Yori screams pirate, but Yori does it in a way that's so friendly and welcoming. This guy, it's like, oh no, you're a pirate. Ah.
Can I...
They're not that bad.
That's what I want to insight mostly. Do I get if he is lying or not?
You think he's telling the truth, but God, that swindle, it's like
Right.
it's like the scent of barbecue pork, right? It's like, God, I want to eat it, but I don't know. Want to believe it, but I don't know.
There's something about this kid I don't like.
Why? What's
Did I
not
do
to
a
like? Look at me.
history check?
You and me both.
You can roll a history check.
Just to see what I kind of remember about it, since I'm playing off my goldfish memory as my downfall, so... Okay. It's not gonna work now. I got a 6 for history.
Yeah, it's
I don't remember jack.
it's vague. It's so vague. Like,
Could I also roll a history on Whispershire?
yeah, you can roll a history in Whispershire.
Can I have advantage?
I should say I don't know jacks.
I don't know, Jax. Hey.
That's a good one.
Dirty 20?
That's actually
Do I...
very good.
Have I heard of Whispershire? And...
A lot of the same things that Bongu was able to pick up. Never been conquered. Very uncomfortable inhabitants. They are known for a dual kind of nature, though you're not sure. In terms of flora and fauna, it's almost perpetually chilly, even in the summer, and a lot of potatoes, squash, and pumpkin. And you're not sure why your brain's like, huh, but there's not a lot known about these people, probably because they've never really been conquered.
Have...
Kurdan,
sorry.
can I just have a moment of your time?
Sure.
Off the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, sweetheart, you don't want me to hear? I could give you some.
Ara's gonna
valuable
grab
insights.
their bow and shoot at Jax.
Yeah, Kurdan was like half a step away from throwing his javelin.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
not trying to hit him, but trying to scare him a little bit. Like, maybe like nick his clothes or something.
Okay, roll to hit.
Can Kurdan give her advantage because he's like the exact same mindset?
I
Reaching
mean,
for shit.
maybe if you were like helping them, steady their bow, but that might be a little weird.
A little
Weird.
weird.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's not great. Oh, that's a 12.
Okay, so as you release the bow, I mean, unless you want to use an inspiration, you did get inspirations.
I'm just trying to scare him. I'm not trying to hit him.
Okay.
Just like let him know he's annoying.
He does.
But a bad roll could hit him.
He
I'm
does.
sure you don't want.
It's up to you.
Nah, I'm not gonna use an inspo.
Okay, he does a backflip, drops down onto his knees, and then hops in superhero lands on the deck, and he's got your arrow in between his teeth. Pulls it out. Huh. Feisty. Did you want this back, or you missed?
Keep it. Let's go, Kurdan.
Kurdan will just glare and follow.
Captain.
We're gonna kind of walk a little whiles off.
Okay. He calls over his shoulder. Captain Candy, for speaking so highly of your companions, they're sort of uncharitable, aren't they?
Well, you're just trying to be a dick right now too, so do keep that in mind, right?
He puts a hand on his chest. I'm offended. All I did was call him sweetheart.
Yeah, read the room a little bit, okay? Tar is a tough fighter. They're a badass. Give them a bit of privacy. You didn't respect our privacy, okay? Come, stay with us. You can tell us more about the people if you want to.
He shifts. Sometimes tough guys like to be held, Candy.
Is that so? Is that so?
And then he sits down, cross-legged, folds his arms, watching Kurdan and Tar move away, tail kind of flicking back and forth, playing with the arrow in his lap. And meanwhile, over to Kurdan and Tar. I need both of you to roll perceptions as you leave the ship.
Okay.
Not great.
Again.
18.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm sure Tar will tell me something if they see.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about Whispershire is just in the air, a weave of heavy shroud hangs. And as the two of you ambulate further from the ship, you come to a location where there is a single stone bench on the beach, kind of up inland. Far enough that high tide probably tickles the toes of whomever sits on this dark slab bench. But there's something about it, Tar, that draws your gaze. And even before the two of you deem it safe to begin speaking, you notice behind the stone slab bench there is a cave. An open mouth into the cliffside. The cliffside itself is not a monolith expression of height. It's more squat but steep in a way that losing your footing and falling to the beach below would be very dangerous and could result in the loss of life. The image and the feeling, Tar, reminds you of home. And you whisper, Tar, fuck. Claws your gray matter. As if your brain coughs up ghosts from your past. Some of the blood rituals of your tribe. Some of the decadent celebrations of eating flesh, of hunts gone right. It's beckoning you. This cave, this bench, welcoming you to sit on the stone slab surface. But it is not so alluring that you are robbed of your free choice.
Tar's gonna kind of mindlessly walk over to it while talking to Kurdan. I know that there's something different about you and Malia. I'm not sure what exactly. But if I were in a similar situation, I know I wouldn't feel safe to stay here. Tar's gonna sit down on the bench.
Kurdan's gonna sit down as well. And
As soon as you sit down, Kurdan, the smell of mold assaults your senses. Heavy and damp. And there's an exhale from the cave. Like a large beast settling to rest.
do you smell that?
Do I smell something?
The sea,
Yeah.
the salt, the musky earth.
Yeah, the ocean's pretty nice.
Nah, this is not the ocean.
What are you smelling?
It smells like half a step away from death.
What? Tar's just gonna bend down and quickly smell their feet, just in case.
Nope. Smell like leather.
Do I know it's coming from the cave?
Oh, for certain, yes.
I'm gonna relay that, but the only thing I'm afraid for is Malia. And I know that you are afraid for her as well. I don't know what the right situation is, or what the right action here is. I know we need supplies, and I know that we need to rest up and regroup here. But
So do you think
I
it's safe for us all to stay?
I think as long as you can help me convince Malia to stay on the boat, the ship.
I can't do that. We can't control her. We can help her
I'm not
stay
saying
safe, but
control
we can't
her.
make her decisions.
I know, but convince.
How about we convince her to stay with one of us?
I'm okay with that. As long as you don't take any silly risks with her.
What type of silly risks could I possibly make?
For some reason, Tar, there's just this solid moment where you have a vision, and I need you to roll a charisma saving throw.
Oh god. Oh, I'm so good. It's not even a problem for me. Oh yeah, 21.
21?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's the vision you have. For just a brief moment, I'm going to play the music. It's Malia standing in the sun just as the dawn is rising. Her hair is usually braided and like kind of twisted up into her big hat is down all around to her hips. And she's wearing a dress that's the palest cornflower. The top is shaped like a peasant off the shoulder. She's got these beautiful little freckles. And you know that they look like constellations, and you know that she smells like strawberries. And her arms are kind of wrapped in front of her, and there's this tiny bump. And your chest fucking squeezes. And there's suddenly a roar in your veins. And you're not sure where the rage comes from, Tar. Perhaps it is the fact that you are, in a lot of ways, helpless, while also being in control. But when he says, don't do anything crazy, or insinuates, don't do anything to my sister, you just have this very vivid vision. Just so vivid. And a cool breeze from the ocean as it pushes the waves up and they lick the salty shore. The breeze hits you and it kind of shakes you from the reverie back into the conversation and the incredibly uncomfortable surroundings. Gosh, can't think. The descriptions.
Kurdan, she'll be safe. Nothing will happen. In any sort of way.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah.
D-
Alright,
you
why don't...
really, you really can't smell that?
Smell what?
It's
Are you
coming from
farting?
that
What's
cave.
happening?
No, there's something about that cave.
As Kurdan points it out, the cave exhales again. And you catch a whiff of mold. Very musty, dank air. It reminds you of the Silent Princess's temple.
We could go check it out.
Does it seem to be breathing?
You know, I never thought of what it would look like if a cave would breathe, so I'm not too sure. Tara's gonna get up and start walking towards it.
Okay. It is not a large mouth that cuts into the break line. You would have to squat, and Kurdan would need to squeeze to get through. But the closer you get, there is a wind that cuts through the underbelly of the cliff, using the cave like an esophagus.
Kurdan's gonna reach out and grab Tar's shoulder.
What?
Kind of keep them from going in. I don't know if this is something that we should do.
Probably fine. This place is definitely haunted, but does it matter?
Yes, it does matter. How are we gonna keep Malia safe if we're going into a cave?
You know, I don't think you'll fit in this cave. How about I'm just gonna take a little look inside. And if I scream, you can just go get the others.
Do I have a rope? Let me see. I do have a rope. Tie this off.
Why would I do that?
So I can pull you out if I hear you scream. Please?
Rather take my chances. I was gonna go into the cave.
He's gonna stop her. Them.
Okay, you can both roll off athletics if Tar is gonna try and resist.
Oh, for sure. Okay. Not so great.
Ooh, you might have beat me because I didn't get so great either.
Okay. Should we say it on the count of 3?
Yeah.
Alright.
1,
1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
14.
13. Shit! Oh.
Okay, Tar breaks free of your grasp and disappears into the dark.
I'm gonna squeeze through and follow.
Okay, roll in acrobatics.
17.
All right, you manage not to get stuck, but it is very uncomfortable. You will take 1d12 points of damage, as your shoulders are simply too wide for this narrow cave. You dislodge several rocks, scoring your arms. You're like tearing yourself up to get through. Tar, do you have dark vision?
That is a fantastic question. And I will let you know in just one moment. Yes, dark vision, up to 60 feet.
Okay, make a perception check, please.
Not best. 14. Again.
Okay, Kurdan, make a perception check, please.
Uh, 18.
Tar, the oppressive feeling feels constant. Kurdan, the oppressive feeling gets more cloying the further and deeper you go. As the two of you move calculated, slow steps, you can tell when the cave begins to descend. And then all at once, it opens into a larger, round point of entry. And as Kurdan, you are pulling yourself, popping and squeezing out of that tiny hole, you gracefully, in an ungraceful way, drop to the floor. There's an echo, like a single drop of water in a bucket. A metallic, empty bucket. And we're going to meanwhile right there. Back on deck. Kurdan, Candy, and Yori. The three of you are with Jax, the Calico Younger Tabaxi, Malia, and Felix. Also Little Amelia, or Cordial. little half elf girl. She is standing next to probably Bongu or Yori. Jax seems lost in thought. What are the three of you doing?
I think Yori's gonna probably go to Bongo and the girl and just I'm just be like, Bongo, how is she doing right now? Is everything okay?
So things are healing. With my quarterstaff that she's using to walk around with, she's starting to build some strength back up. It's gonna take a little while, but um, things are getting better. Yeah, she's on a right path.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Nothing out of the ordinary. I assume like of course we don't know truly who she is in terms of her capability. Do you know? Did you sense any magic with her or anything like this?
DM, can I roll for that if I've noticed any special traits
So
for me?
since she's near you, she's listening to everything you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And you can roll an Arcana. Really quick, we got a raid from Spectre 0. Thank you for the raid!
Welcome, welcome.
We're in the middle of Dungeons and Cuties, which is our Saturday morning / afternoon cartoon show where all the art you see on screen was done by Rosebell Art. Please give all of our wonderful players a follow. Thanks so much, Spectre, and your chat. Hey guys, welcome in. Hope you enjoy. Would you get on that Arcana?
13.
She seems to have some magical talent, though very dormant, probably because she's so young.
Mm-hmm.
If you start fostering it now, she might in the future become much better. Maybe an adventurer. It's hard to say for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Yori, she definitely has the talent, and I'm gonna look at her and smile. And I'm sure it will grow and become much stronger someday. But I can help teach her.
That's wonderful to hear, Bongu. I cannot think of a better teacher than yourself for someone in her position. You being so close to the light and with the power you have to heal others, so I appreciate you looking after her.
Of course. And Amelia has a lot of teachers here, so she's going to be devastating in the future. A little bit of healing.
At that point,
Go
she
ahead.
reaches out to hold your hand, Yori, and depending on where Candy is looking, if Candy is not particularly focused on anyone, her cat senses fire off, little cheetah ears twitching, and her eyes slowly scan, zeroing
Oh,
in on
God.
where Amelia is holding Yori's hand. And she says, "Are you okay? That tabaxi doesn't seem very nice."
Oh, well, I'll be fine. These things always happen. Especially out at sea, everything's a mystery of what's going to happen day by day, but I'm just happy you're feeling better and you're getting better. We all care about you, even Candy, and Yori's gonna look around like as if he senses that she might be watching. You're like, but Candy will come to to protect you at any moment as well. We're all here for you, so just take the time you need to heal.
She gives your hand a squeeze and a little nod. Should we check on Kurdan and Tar soon?
You'll learn with Tar that they are their own strong individual, and when they want to privately chat, you give them that respect. So we'll let them be for a little, but of course, if it's way outside the realm of being too long or awkwardly scary, then yes, we will go look for them.
Agreed. Yori, even though Jax was, obviously critiquing the ship quite a bit, this was a ship that we went ahead and adopted on the seas. He may have pointed out some improvements that we can go ahead and make, being that you are the new owner of it. So
When
it
you,
may be something that.
when you guys
Go ahead.
glance at him, he's totally using Tar's arrow, dipping it in an ink pot and writing in a little journal.
Yeah, I don't know Jax personally. I do remember him in terms of face and name, but my mind is quite foggy on everything else. But I will say that I've never quite been a captain of an entire ship, so there are definitely things I am rusty on and things I need to work with, but I think that's what we're all here to learn. And honestly, in my eyes, captain's just a title. It doesn't mean I own the whole thing. You all own it with me. We all fought for this. We all are in this position together, and you are the first mate after all, so
And
the
an
sticky
honor it
glue.
is. Yeah. Well, is Malia around us as well?
When you look at Malia, if Candy's not doing anything, she's actually over by Candy and is like, excuse me, could I talk to you for a minute, Candy? So well, I just
What's up?
over here. Yeah, and so she's gonna have a conversation
Yeah.
with Candy. So that's what you, if you want to
Okay.
move over while they're having a conversation, you're welcome to. If you want to meanwhile there, or whichever.
I think I was just kind of looking around to see where everybody was, and if Malia was close to include Malia in the conversation.
She's close-ish
But
because she definitely pulled Candy like towards the helm, which is further away
Mhm.
from Jax, where he's sitting and writing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think just taking note of where they're at, I'll probably circle around and check on them after they're done with their talk.
Okay. Anything between you and Yori? Anything more, I should say.
I think
I'm
for
good.
Yori,
Mhm.
he's good. Yori's got a lot of trust in Bongu, so he just wanted to make sure everything was still going well and checking in. So I think for now Yori will stand there holding her hand and just kind of waiting to see how everything plays out.
Okay. And for Bongu?
I think Bongo is probably going to step away, maybe sit down on the deck and do a little bit of praying for, just everything that we've been through and reflecting, a little bit of meditating for maybe like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Then
I know Bongu. Sorry, I have one thing. I know you're going to go pray in solitude, but I would love if you could perhaps bless the ship. You know, rid it of all the evil it's kind of gone through in the last day, essentially.
Yeah, I can do my best to help shed the evil that was aboard, and help kind of restore it to what it was, and help bless it to have more of our presence on here.
That would be wonderful, and I will worry about the poo that Jax pointed out earlier. I'm pretty sure that pirate, or not the pirate, sorry, the vampire, as he was flying away, took a shit on the ship midair. So we'll take care of that later.
Yeah, I've detected a lot of evil from that stain right there. So
yeah, I think.
Thank you.
And then I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, so Malia pulls Candy far enough away that supposedly only Candy can hear her. And she says, tell me, where did you find this tabaxi? This young man?
Well, it was when we were all going to the ship, when we were kind of escaping, and I was really curious, and I really wanted to see how they live. So I peeked inside of one of their houses, and I kind of like didn't see anything cool. So I turned around, so I was a little bit behind of everyone else, and all of a sudden he was looming behind me, kind of came out of the shadows. I was like, "Hey, dude," and I was like, "Hey, dude." And then I invited him to go to our ship.
Oh, her eyebrows lift and she looks over the distance at Jax. He snuck up on you in the dock.
I mean, that's what tabaxis do, right? So
Right.
that's like what I do too. That's how I like to greet people the best. Yes. If I don't rob them, of course, but yes.
Can I see this ring that he gave you?
Yeah, he said, yeah, there's something fishy about it, and she gives it to her.
Okay, she takes it and she starts examining it. Gotta make some rolls. Okay, she frowns deeply. Could I trade you for maybe one of my pieces of jewelry for this?
Oh, I mean, I would have given it to you like that, but sure, I take it.
Oh, wonderful. I'll get it to you in just a moment. Actually, here, why don't you look through my purse and just pick one. Only one, Candy. Here you go. She hands you her whole satchel, which is magical.
Oh my god.
And Bongu and Yori, you watch as she marches across the distance.
Candy is in heaven, just looking through it in her own world.
Yeah. Oh, Malia's got tons of there's hair scarves, handkerchiefs, like fine dresses, silk lace gloves, and then there's all her adventurings. This is literally her handy haversack that she gave you. So as you're pulling things out, it's wow, the baby's distracted, and she marches, and she jabs a finger through the air, and she says, You're coming to talk with me right now. And he's like, whoa, relax, sweetheart. She grabs one of his earrings in his tabaxi ear, and he's like, ah. And she's like, I'll have no sweet talk from you. Come. She twists it, and he tweaks his whole body, twitching into the movement. And he's quite a bit taller than her, but he follows her to the starboard side of the ship, where she begins to talk to him. If you move closer to listen, that's up to you.
Bongo will try and listen.
Okay, you're gonna be stealthy about it. You're just gonna walk mosey on up.
Bongo is gonna try to sit down and meditate and pray within earshot.
Okay. So you're like the cat, like looking for the perfect spot to like lay down.
Yeah.
But it's like the perfect spot to meditate. Okay, go ahead and roll a performance with advantage.
A
And
holy
how
man that
Bongu does
loves
this,
tea.
like for his meditating, he goes in his shell. So it's just his, but like it's just his shell just sitting there.
Okay.
Um, that was 4 and a 17. So do I have anything with performance? Yeah, it's +0. So 17.
Oh yeah, you hear quite a bit of it.
Okay.
What about Yori?
If I'm gonna listen in on them,
Yeah.
I think for Yori, he's gonna spend time with the girl. Like, I'm probably gonna be like, I don't know, playing little games to kind of cheer her up and keep her busy
Okay.
in terms of like patty cake and stuff.
Her, the 10-year-old, she does patty cake a couple times, and then she's like, I think I'm a little too old for this. Thank you, Yori.
I'm sorry. It's been a while. I don't quite know what you youngsters like these days.
I was wondering, could we go look at what Candy's looking at, please? And there's like this string of glittering beads that she's pulling out of the bag.
Sure, we can do that, but don't believe everything Candy does. You know, we don't need a second Candy causing chaos on the ship.
She just
Okay.
tilts her head. There's only one Candy.
Okay, perfect, understood, 100%. Yeah,
She's very
Let's-
confused, but
we'll keep it there. Don't worry about it. It'll all be fine. And I'll head over there. And do we have, as far as Yori knows, do we potentially have anything that's like a sweet treat or anything like that that's on the ship? Like, is that something I can go like?
get from the cook.
I want to
yes.
kind of.
like he makes
Okay, I'd like to
homemade
check for
caramel.
that.
So, yeah, easy enough. Caramel sauce, pretzels, or his little twists in wax paper.
Okay, I'm gonna tell her to go hang out with Candy just for a short little bit, and I'm gonna run
Nice,
to
okay.
where I think that would be.
Okay, we got to roleplay this out, but in just a moment. Bongu, what's your passive perception?
That is a 17.
Okay. So, Malia, over the din of the ocean, which is quite loud, she absolutely bullies this guy. Like, her voice is almost all you can hear. She's like, and in what universe is it appropriate to sneak up on a little girl in the dark? What are you, a rake? A scoundrel? Are you evil? You say that Yori had your parents killed, but I call bullshit. Your lies taste like sin, and your face is wicked. And he just blinks, palms open as she's pointing and brandishing the ring. And this? What is this? Fake and cheap?
Bongo is snickering, and you can see, if you really pay attention, his shell is just shaking a little bit because he's just chuckling.
Yeah. You think you could walk up on here and just, what, make this your own shimmer palace? Just riz on everyone? Well, I'll have you know. Yeah. And she just, 10 minutes straight of just yelling at this guy about his improper conduct and his shady behavior. And, how rude it is to accuse Yori of all these things when clearly the man has a disability. Can't even remember the last time he brushed his teeth, let alone years ago. And how old are you? 16? And he just kind of grumbles. And she's like, I'm sorry, what was that? use your common, please? No mumbling. He just kind of winces a bit. He says, I'm 18. And she's like, oh, 18! So you're a man now. And she, like, flicks him in the nose. And she's like, I'm 190. He mutters, you look good for your age. And then she punches him in the stomach. So anyways, that's how that's going over there in the corner. All right. Meanwhile, Candy.
I am specifically searching for earrings because I saw that Jax had earrings and I really want to have earrings now.
Oh yeah, she has quite a few types of earrings. Pearls,
Yes.
rubies, sapphires.
I really want to have like cute little studs, like multiple, you know, with like a couple of rubies, some pearls maybe. Yeah.
As you are deeply invested in this, a small voice says, "Excuse me." Hi. I know I haven't
How?
officially met you yet. And she's like leaning
Yeah.
on Bongu's
Well,
walking stick.
yeah, I mean, we rescued you, you know, you can thank me later. I'm a little bit busy right now, you know?
I don't mind. And she sits down.
Oh. Candy pleased that she listened to her just like that? I mean, if you want to, look, so this is Malia's bag. We have to take care of all of the beautiful jewels that are in there. But if you want to, I can dress you up.
She just blushes, and gets that little like wrings her hands together and kind of shrugs.
Well,
I was wondering if maybe I could be your friend.
oh, well, I mean, let's see. If you're able to catch me and be as fast as I am and kill as good as I do, maybe I'll consider you my friend. But you really gotta show me what's in you, you know?
She looks down at her ankle, and nods.
Yeah, we gotta work on that confidence a little bit. Yeah.
I like these earrings. They match your bow, and your bow. You hear, "I'm Dib," and she. Like
Oh,
falls
don't mind
backward.
that. That's just Dib. He is a little like don't mind him. He can talk. He's very good. He's a good boy. But you think so? Really? Thank you. It does look really red and sparkly, I guess.
Yeah, she like reaches into the bag and like pulls out this necklace that's a teardrop ruby with, and points at the earrings you're holding. Puts the teardrop necklace next to them. I think this would look nice. And Dib goes, "Yep."
Ooh, that is a very good sense of fashion. I like you. Okay. I think we can work with it. And Candy rams her entire arm into the bag. And because she saw like a scarf, like a really long satin scarf in a bright red that she's pulling out. And she drapes it across Amelia's shoulders,
Okay.
you know, dressing her up as if she would be a fine lady with like a little bit of a
She giggles.
skirt.
She like puts it over her shoulders and then she's like puts it on her head like a babushka, like sucks it up underneath her chin. I'm a grandma.
Yeah, you sure look like one.
And she like pinches her face and like gives herself a little bit of a double chin. She's a little too skinny too, but yeah. And not far, Felix is clutching his chest and sniffling a little as you and Amelia are communicating with each other. He's just like, Is he okay?
Oh, that one? Felix? Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's a little bit of a softie. He cries a lot, but he's also... Oh, actually, he's really good at dressing up too. Felix, you should join us.
He says, it is, it is alright. You go ahead and keep making your friends. I will be right here. Very proud.
Yeah, we're just gonna play a little bit with the jewelry. Candy is very torn, by the way. She does want to steal multiple things, but it's Malia. Like, it's Malia. Yeah. She does have morals, unfortunately. It's
What?
little, but they are there, so... Yeah.
As you're going, you eventually get to the corsets, and there are some that are sheer and very pretty. Obviously, your two little girls, you don't fill out what needs to be filled out at all, but Amelia's like, oh, this is a bodice, like one of those beautiful princess dresses. And then Dib is like, princess! And he shifts into a crown.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it's just a moment that you share with this younger, maybe not your age, because you're totally an adult.
Yes. This is very adult behavior, yes.
Totally an adult, not a child at all playing dress up with another child and making friends.
But Candy is older than her. I would like to note that as Candy.
At one point, Dib starts like a sick beat, like kind of beatboxing a little bit, and Amelia's like, "We should dance." You know,
We should dance.
just I don't know if you've ever seen like really young kids play, but yeah, she's like, let's pretend we're at a ball and let's dance, and you're wearing like
Okay.
well, she's wearing like Malia's like corset and like the shawl, and yeah.
Is this the point that Candy is becoming self-aware that she might be a little bit too old for this? It's like a little bit like, actually, she's like, wait, this is not how to impress Jax. I don't think he will enjoy this. Am I embarrassing? Am I cringe? What is happening? But she still kind of plays, so it's okay.
Amelia, it's clear that she's definitely like 10 or maybe even 9. But,
Yeah.
But Candy's, it's
It's more like teen, you know,
yeah,
like
yeah. But you get into it, right? Like Amelia starts telling the story about how you're the princess and she's the hag that's come to collect your ruby earrings because they're magical. They were given to you by a fairy princess, and you're supposed to become queen. And it's this. Dib becomes like the little hero, and so the crown has like a sword and shield, and he's like clicking around, playing.
Yeah. So for me, I think Candy is very much like aware that this is like a little bit too childish for her, you know, because she is coming into teenagehood. She's coming to the part where it's embarrassing, but she does kind of want to play. It's still nice, so she is playing, but she stands very, like she stands very tall and loud and proud, like she's over this, but she's having actually so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. She's like baby. So if anyone is Felix looking over, I'm babysitting. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm very much babysitting. Somebody has to take care of Amelia after all, and she is a very pretty princess as well, so...
She's like hobbling, and she's like, I'm a hag! And Dib is like, oh no! Yeah. So, she's having a blast. Okay, meanwhile, Felix is just like living his best dad life. Yori, partway through all the playing, you've got a multitude of candies. You have like a caramel dip, a cake, unfrosted, but like kind of a really thick pound cake. It has the last of the vanilla been used on it. But yeah.
Okay. You said there's like a cake and the last of the vanilla has been used on it?
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna take the caramel dip, I'm gonna find a way to warm it up, and I'm gonna drizzle that over it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bring the cake with drizzled caramel and vanilla frosting up to the deck.
Okay.
And
What you see?
I
Candy and Amelia playing dress up. Dib's also playing. Felix is practically bawling. He's so happy. Candy gets a moment to be a freaking child instead of stabbing bad guys. And Malia, you can kind of hear the angry overtones as she's still letting Jax have it.
okay.
You feel a small shadow, and when you glance behind you, the little calico boy is sniffing the air and sort of trailing behind you and your cake.
I'm going to, as I'm still walking up, because I'm gonna bring it to Candy and Amelia, and I'm just gonna say, oh, sure it would be nice if people didn't just raid the captain's quarters and be all rude at first. They could enjoy some of this cake as well. They would just be a little nicer around here.
The boy clears his throat.
Yeah, and if they can say they would be a little nicer and slightly more respectful, as well as just letting their brother know, wink, wink, they might too get to enjoy a little bit of this cake.
I could be respectful. I could be more respectful.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Oh. Well, that is the case. Then you may join the Candy and Emily upstairs, and you can enjoy some cake with them.
Okay.
So I walk it up the stairs,
He follows.
and I put it over in front of Amelia and Candy, and I say, "Oh, look at you two cute pirates, just." And I say that just because I'm trying to like role play with them a little, just out on sea, doing dangerous things, having a little fun. You know what you deserve? A nice cake, with some vanilla frosting, a little bit of caramel drizzle on top, and well, look at here, you have another wonderful friend. What's your name, Calico Boy?
Cody.
You say Tony?
Kohi.
Kohi?
He nods.
That's quite close to another name I know, but
You could call me Cody if you want.
we'll stick to Kohi. There's only room for one Cody, but it's better than Tony, thank God. No offense to Tonys, but anyways, yeah, enjoy. Knock yourselves out. Eat as much as you want. Have some fun while we have a little downtime right now to figure things out. And Candy, just let your little heart go. You look like you're having a great time.
I do want cake though.
So you're gonna get cake, and you better
Dib
share
just
it
screams,
with the other two.
"Cake!"
So I make sure that Amelia gets a nice, honest chunk before the other two try to devour everything. And then I sit there and walk off to the side.
Okay, Kohi takes his cake and he's watching you play Candy. And Amelia. and he's just kind of staring. And at one point, Dib, I'm so sorry, I can see this so vividly, but Dib like stops playing in the middle of the two of you and just forms two giant eyes with his little mimic body and stares back unblinkingly. And Kohi kind of shivers and gets this sort of disgusted look on his face. He's maybe slightly afraid of Dib. And Dib just says really hollowly, "Cake."
I pet like Dib on the top of his eyeball head, just like, yeah, you'll get cake. You'll get cake. I'll feed you.
What is that thing?
Oh, he's my friend. He's Dib. He's a mimic, but he's very good.
You have a mimic friend? Isn't that really
Oh.
dangerous?
We have so much more that you don't know about.
Why do you laugh like that? That's kind of creepy. Girls shouldn't laugh like that.
Who are you again?
My name is Kohi.
What? I heard Butthole. Your name is Butthole?
That's not what I said. You're being obtuse on purpose.
Oh no, he's afraid of girls. Oh no.
I'm not afraid
Dib.
of girls. And Dib turns to a girl. Dib! And starts walking at him, like shuffling. And he's like, God, it's creepy. Why? Dib! Why does it only say its name?
You don't deserve to hear other words.
That's... You're rude. She's not rude. She's a princess. So you're her friend? I am her friend. Yeah, well, that makes you rude.
Maybe you're the rude one. Pop. Whatever. I turn around. I ignore him.
Mimics are dangerous. And Dib just like
I'm literally
starts
not hearing.
shuffling more, turns into a boot and starts walking at him, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, tell it to stop! Tell it to stop!"
I ignore him. I literally ignore him. I will not even glance at him. He is dead to me. Dead.
Okay. Dib turns.
I don't
into,
have
like,
time for buttholes.
Amelia tries to copy you, but she's not quite as spirited. And she does say, Dib, maybe you should stop scaring him. And Dib like turns into this strange amalgamation of nuts, bolts, hair clips, jewelry, gooey monstrosity something, and he's like, and Kohi's like, ah, ah, ah! Starts like running around the upper deck, trying to get away from Dib chasing him. And that's how that goes. You're weird mimic attack dog. You're rude. You're the rude one. You're the butthole. Forget princess candy. Butthole candy.
Still ignoring him. Just still ignoring him. No.
Amelia's just like, that's rude. You can't say that. And he's like, well, I just did. And she takes Bongu's walking stick and she goes to attack him. So anyways, what are the adults doing? Yori, Bongu.
Oh, how much time has passed since Tar and
At this point,
Van?
at least 40 minutes.
Okay, for Yori, is that kind of like, I guess in this real world, kind of an awkward amount of time to be gone for where they like distance-wise where they went?
Yeah, it might be. It could be, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna head over to Bongo real quick, and then just gonna approach him. Bongo, and I kind of like gently knock on his shell like a door.
At this point, Lydia's done yelling at Jax. So,
Oh, hi, Yori.
Hello. Now is the time where I think Tar and Kurdan have maybe been gone a little too long for a short conversation privately. I was gonna go check up on them. Did you want to stay here and just kind of keep the children in line? And I look over at Candy too.
Nah, nah, I don't deserve that look. Okay, I am using the high road right now. I am just ignoring his ass, okay?
Like I said, children.
Holy
So-
shit.
I think you should take at least one other person with you. Do you want to go with Candy, and you both can check on them,
Hmm.
or see if Malia will go with you, or you could take. I would say Jax, but he's not really somebody I would take at the moment.
Yeah, I could take Malia with me.
Okay.
That would be fine.
I don't mind staying here with the ship and the kids, including Jax and kids. And you know, yeah, definitely. I think we should go check on them. It would be great if you would.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I will take Malia with me. I feel she might be the best option, seeing as it is her brother and Ta, just to make sure everything is smoothed over. She's our best magic user, so yes, I will entrust the ship to you, and I know that might be quite a lot. As I look over to Candy one more time,
Yeah, Amelia is like hitting Kohi with a giant stick, and Felix is trying to get involved, and Dib's biting him.
And Candy is being very upset right now because she overheard that Bongu said the kids and Jax, knowing that Candy is in the list of the kids right now. So now she's like, yeah, I tried so hard to make them think I am an adult, and now I just throw it all away, and I am like, no, this is no.
Unacceptable.
I throw like finger gun equivalents to Bongo. I'm just like, you got this, my first mate. It's what you've trained your entire long life for this, so you got this. And
I have never worked with kids before.
yeah,
But-
you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I am so positive that this is going to go at least okay. So
Exactly. You could show them the cool trick. You suck into your shell, and then little parts of your body just come flinging out of different holes.
you know, that's a good idea. I think I'm actually gonna go do that right now. So,
Yeah, that'll get them going.
so I will entertain everybody.
Yes,
Yori.
I'm coming with Yori. I'm just walking over to him. I don't say a word though, but I'm coming with him.
Candy, you're staying here with Jax, who you brought on board, and Koi.
Yeah, whatever. I'm coming with you. It's so weird that Tar and Kurdan are gone for so long. I need to get off the ship just for a little bit. Let me clear my head.
Do you promise to stay with me and not run all over the place, though? We are
Yeah,
going there-
yeah. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Hey, okay. Malia, can you help Bongu watch the ship and just take care of everyone? Please. Please just make sure everything's okay.
I will do my utmost, but I make no guarantees that everything will be right as rain when you return.
Oh god, no one has a guarantee these days. Okay. Appreciate it, Malia. And if you want to turn to Jax a little more, I'm fine by that. That guy was a little sour with me earlier, but he'll grow on me eventually. And I take Candy and start heading towards where I last saw Tar and Kurdan go.
Okay, then we're gonna meanwhile there. Felix will also assist you with the kids, don't worry.
Awesome.
All around you, Tar and Kerdaniel, in this round space, of a cave. Holes half the size of the one you entered. Pockmark the walls, the floor, and the ceiling.
Do they look like different paths?
They look exactly like they are, and they all converge in this one little space.
Hmm. Is there anything else that stands out in the room?
Just the feeling of wrongness and like you shouldn't be here, like you don't belong.
Do I feel any sense of Tarvok anymore?
Just the dread, not particularly Tarvok, but a lingering distaste and evil in the air. Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a look through each of the holes and see if I can see down any of them.
They all bend and curve in such a way that it's difficult to mark and keep track of. Some of them, they do look like they widen out rather rapidly. Others, not so much. And each one has that same smell. Molds and earth.
Okay. Hey, Kurdan. Where's Kurdan? Is he behind me?
Yeah. Standing up, wet from falling in the puddle on the floor, but yeah.
Hold this. Tar's gonna take the bow and arrows off their back, toss it to Kurdan, take the sickles off their side, toss it at Kurdan,
Oh, come on.
and start crawling into one of the holes.
Can I, while they're taking their stuff off, can I try and like make a lasso with the rope to lasso around their leg?
You can certainly try.
What do you want me to roll?
Probably either sleight of hand or a dex-based ranged attack, maybe.
Okay. I got 16 on the dice. So I don't know what would be better. That's a 19 with sleight of hand.
Okay.
21 with survival. Uh-huh.
That's actually a good argue, but you do loop around Tar's boot, and Tar, you feel the loop and tug.
Just don't pull me down too early. I was gonna go ahead and climb in anyways.
I won't. He's gonna give him plenty of slack.
Okay. You climb on hands and knees. And it is very uncomfortable. Any claustrophobia that you have is exacerbated, uncomfortable, threatening to overwhelm you.
Just gonna keep going.
Make a perception check, please.
Mm. 13.
The tunnel branches off into more tunnels. The one that you've chosen at random suddenly becomes very chilled before it opens up into another round pocket. Floor wet, walls moist, same dark stone.
Hmm. Did they seem man-made or natural,
roll survival.
animal-made? My God, I keep rolling a stupid 11. It's gonna drive me insane. Plus that's 16.
They feel natural until you get to this point. It feels like a mimic. It feels like it's been conditioned to look natural. You think these are for very slender creatures to get through? What's your passive investigation, really quick?
11.
In this particular pocket, there are small gears on the ground. Rusted, abandoned, left behind. They're not very small. They look like they belong on some kind of wagon. Probably fit in the palm of your hand. And when you really focus on them, Tar, you can see that there are tiny gears. The type that probably fit in a watch.
Does it feel like they're cooling down here, like left on purpose, or?
What's your passive insight?
15.
Could be. It's a little bit hard to say. If they were left on purpose, what an odd way to leave them.
Okay. I was just gonna pick up a few of them.
There are quite a few more bisecting narrow exits.
Gonna pick one and start heading that way.
Okay. You will run out of rope because it's 50 feet in the middle of a tunnel.
I was gonna untie it.
All at once, Daniel, the rope goes slack. And you hear a skittering behind you.
He's gonna yell through the tunnel. Tar! What are you doing?
The skittering pauses. The moment your voice, that same echo, like a drop of water in an empty bucket, giving it a metallic twang. Tar, you hear your voice as if from a great distance, and you come out to the other side. Another round pocket with more bisecting ways. And then your voice echoes, or Kurdan's voice echoes back to you after a second delay.
Do I get the sense that this may be like a hive? If they're basically the same rooms.
Roll a survival.
13.
It kind of feels that way.
If it feels like they're basically the same, Tar's gonna start heading back.
Okay, you turn around and you hear a shuffling behind you. It is dangerous to travel alone.
Only sometimes. Tar's gonna slowly turn around to look.
Standing at about 4'10", face pulled on like a mask, stretched in a smile, head slightly bobbling, is a Whispershire resident. It would be a shame if something were to happen to you or your big friend in these tiny halls.
It would be a shame. Good thing you're here to help us figure out how to get out of here.
The smile stretches thinner, and the Whispershire resident does a slight little wiggle, like the ones from the inn. We thought you had to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I did. My friends got in a fight, and I had to help them figure it out. Dan and I just were clearing our heads when we got distracted.
You should be careful. And
Yeah.
the Whispershire resident steps forward, and as they do, there's this uncanny movement. Their hips and knees just not quite lining up in the appropriate fashion of something made of flesh and blood. And they lean really forward, Tar. And the smell that hits your nose is very faint. You'd have to physically inhale to catch more, but it's odd.
So, which way is out?
They point directly behind your shoulder.
Will you be coming with me?
The head that's been like kind of wobbling as if it's almost a bobble slows down. Yes, I will. The lions are out tonight, and that means it is not safe.
Yeah. How about we...
But don't worry. We are very good at hunting lions.
I'm sure you are. Tar is going to start kind of backing up a little bit to the hole.
Okay, they move in time with you in that odd way.
And is going to turn their back on the resident. I think we should
The
probably...
minute you turn your back, you hear a skittering. It's a terrible sound, and it causes you to turn back around. They haven't moved.
you mind if I follow you out? I fear I may have lost track of how to get back.
Of course. Stretching out limbs that are longer than a 4'10" body would need, she pulls herself into this slender hole and fits perfectly. As the
I'm just gonna follow her.
Divisions begins crawling, it is swift and efficient, and the sound is horrid. It causes your skin to crawl. It's flesh and something that clicks. Meanwhile, Kurdan, your voice echoes back to you. And you hear this shock, 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 shock.
He's not gonna pull the rope. He's gonna leave it where it is as a guide. And he's gonna set Tar's things down and just kind of prepare, I guess. Be on edge.
Okay. You hear this twang, and then a, "Excuse me, are you lost?"
He's gonna turn to face the voice.
There isn't anyone there.
So he's gonna do a silly looking 360.
Okay. You finally slowly realize where the voice is coming from as your gaze pulls towards the ceiling. And a flat, stretched out face is grinning down at you. "We thought we lost you. It's a good thing we came to find you."
I'm not lost. And why did you want to find me?
"The lions are out, and they are very dangerous."
Where are the lions?
The face, for a moment, seems to detach from the darkness. And you would be unable to describe what this creature looks like as it drops down, but it reminds you almost like a spider. And then it straightens slowly. There's this ticking sound. "They always come out in the dark, but they're very close to our borders right now." And the hand stretches out, the elbow unrolling. It's a very uncanny movement. It just sort of motions. You can imagine if you came directly into the cliffside, it's motioning to the opposite end of the cliffside and perhaps what's beyond. Not towards town and your ship, but the wilds.
Why are the tigers dangerous?
Lions.
Or the lions. Sorry.
Because they will eat your flesh.
And you won't?
And it kind of does a little happy wiggle. Of course not. Unless that is what you would like. And for a moment, the smile sort of relaxes. Still a smile.
What is this that we're in?
These are the byways for traveling.
Traveling to where?
It blinks. And then the smile tightens, the eyes squinting. Everywhere. The tunnels can take you back to town. Or to the temple.
What temple?
A most sacred temple. We will show you during the hunt.
And this is... What kind of hunt are we talking about?
We hunt the lions, the bears, the tigers, the wolves, the kenku. And it leans forward, kind of shuffling.
He's gonna back away a little bit, like
It gets closer.
as
We hunt those that would eat your flesh.
it's a good thing I don't eat flesh.
It is a very good thing indeed, Kurdaniel. And we're gonna meanwhile and take a potty break right here. And we're back. All right. Kurdaniel, we start in your area once again. Do you have any more questions for your friend?
Is it possible for you to make these tunnels wider?
Its head bobbles back and forth for a moment. The eyes dilate, and then they narrow to slits. And the smile slackens. And there's these great jowls that are very loose for a brief moment. And then the smile returns. I could try.
I think I would be interested in visiting this temple of yours, but I don't think I can squeeze through these holes.
It wiggles back and forth. Our temple is a beautiful place.
I'm sure it is.
And it steps closer to you, Kurdan. Still wiggling back and forth. There is the visitor center. You can step into a chamber and you can feel the majesty. But to go further, you would need to be cleansed.
Cleansed?
Yes, to enter the temple.
Cleansed how?
With a bath.
Do you know where my friend Tar is?
They come. And it turns and points at a tunnel, and it's not the tunnel that Tar left in.
What are you?
Its head like suddenly whips around and there's this like click click and then the body follows. I would be your friend. And it steps really close. We like friends. So much. And it's gonna reach for your hand.
Oh, God. He's gonna kind of move his hand away, and friends tell each other about themselves.
It frowns slightly. It's the first time you've seen it frown. Great jowls, and as it does, it has this incredibly sinister, evil expression. And it causes you to start back, and that's when another one of it silently, other than the clicking, steps out of the hole and says, "Hello, friends." And then Tara is not far behind.
Dan. Let's see.
Hello.
You met with
As
our
the
friends.
two of them see each other, there's a click, and then they both bobblehead at each other for a moment.
I was just telling them how our little group got in a bit of a fight, and you and I, we just went for a walk to clear our heads and got lost down here.
Shall we collect your friends? And they're talking in unison. Before we head to the temple, they come closer to the cave. And you swear, Tar, the one that was 4'10", is a bit taller now.
Maybe we should go to the temple another night? Because we'd love for all our friends to be able to join, since they would love it so much.
They both look at each other,
That's a
bobblehead for a
Great
moment.
idea.
Then they speak to you in time again. We can protect you from the lions that are out tonight. No need to be afraid.
Is there anywhere I could see one of these lions? And Tar's gonna see their stuff on the ground and start collecting it.
As you take the gear, one of them reaches out to take the gear from your palm and puts it back where it was.
Tar does not fight it.
Kind of like just taking something from a child, just setting it aside. It's a very easy movement. If we were to show you the lions, and the other one says, the lions would then see you, and we would have to kill them. And you could get hurt. We would rather play games and return to the tavern. You said you needed to shop.
How about we return to the tavern? I think that's a great idea.
Shall we collect your friends? They wait on the beach.
Kurdan?
Yeah. Let's go back to the beach to get our friends, and then can we stop by the ship before we go back to the tavern?
Of course. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
And one of them
maybe-
starts crawling first, and then the other, the more female one, says, "Go on now. I will take up rear guard."
Mind if I would hate to leave my stuff in here and lose it. Is it okay if I put it back on the ship?
It tilts its head. And then the other one, just its flat face appears in the hole. "You are taking a while." How it turned around in the hole, you're not sure.
Okay. Tara's gonna slowly try to pick up their shit again.
You try and pick up the gears.
Yep.
Okay.
Just my stuff.
Oh, your stuff? Not a problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Gear, because there's gears on the floor.
Ah,
That's
yep.
what they don't want us to
Yep.
take.
That was an accident. We won't touch that.
Okay.
Let's go. I'll
Yeah.
go through the hole next.
Okay. As you go, you don't know how suddenly it's turned back around in the hole. And it is also, there's this horrible crunching sound, and as you move with it, you think the hole is getting larger. And it's almost like on a heartbeat, like Kurdan, the feeling that you're going to be murdered from behind is so intense, you're sweating. But the little creature just scurries behind you, and the way that it moves is lopsided, crooked in a way that is all wrong. But they escort you to the beachside, where they expertly extract themselves from the narrow tunnels, wait for you, and then follow you out. And their walking on the sand becomes kind of a bounce. It reminds you of, like, for just a moment, munchkin cats. Like their legs are too short. And they just boop, 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 boop. And they pause, and they both point in unison. And after a moment, you see the blonde Bob, moonlight glinting off the top of her head, Candy, and then a pale blue shadow next to her, Yori. And when they see your friends, the both of them wiggle together in unison and say, "Friends, friends, friends, see your friends, see with your eyes, friends." And they literally poke themselves in their eye, like they touch their eye.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yori, Candy, what are you guys doing
They now
out
stand
here?
shoulder to shoulder with you, Tar.
Oh, fuck, that's tall.
You've been gone a while. Just came to check up on you and see if you're going back to the ship.
To the temple.
Yep.
Yes, after the ship. And the other one says, "No, the tavern." "Oh, but the temple." And they both wiggle.
Our new friends wish to invite us to the temple tomorrow when everybody can join.
Huh, temple, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Can when Tar says that, can I try and kind of copy their wiggle?
Yeah, you can roll a performance.
Right. 16 plus 0, 16. Oh, fuck.
They go stock still, in a way that taxidermied creatures are still. A mockery of life. And they watch you with eyes that do not reflect light, Kurdan. And then they suddenly start to clap.
Jesus Christ.
And they start to wiggle with you.
Oh my god.
This is what
Yori-
you wanted.
Yori's confused, so he just starts clapping too. He's like, damn, that
A little golf clap.
was good, Kurdan. That was
Tara's sweating so badly right now. Dripping down their forehead.
Oh, so you like it when we wiggle along, guys?
They both start nodding, and there's these clicking sounds. And one of them says, yes. And they keep wiggling.
I start to wiggle too.
Yeah.
There's an uncanny moment where when you start to wiggle, they go stock still. And they stare at you, and it is the most terrifying couple of seconds you've ever had. The pupils of their eyes that seem dead expand, completely eating the color. And then they start to wiggle again.
Yori starts to wiggle then too, but he really gets some hip movement into it.
Roll a
He adds a
performance.
little extra something.
Yeah, as you add extra to their ritual. Roll performance.
Okay. I'm gonna use a inspiration.
Noted.
I got a 15.
Okay, they pause. And they watch you.
Oh, they better be watching.
And as they get closer to you, Yori, it's as if they're floating, no longer taking steps. Their long, lean forms stretched out. And then they suddenly bend at the waist, staring at your hips. And as they straighten, it reminds you of a cobra. And when they attempt to move their hips in time with you, it is most horrifying. Their bodies contort, and you see their neck loosen. And beneath the robes, you can only imagine what the flesh is doing. And then all at once they pause after a horrific display. And they clap. You are very talented. And they just do their normal wiggle. They clap.
Thank you.
Come, follow us, friends.
I think I need something to drink.
And one of them leads the way, and the other one takes up the back of the line of you, and they guide you to the ship.
I follow.
Okay.
Hell yeah, I follow too. We just became friends, okay?
Kurdan, what did you want to stop at the ship for?
To check in and possibly grab our other friends for some tavern games.
Yeah,
Huh.
they stop right on the port, like right on the dockside, and they're shorter now. They're standing too still, again, like taxidermied things. We will wait. They speak in unison. And you see, all of you, more of them, which you thought were just trees, right at the break line where the beach becomes the city. There's probably like 20 of them standing, stock still, watching, smiles on their face, waiting. There is a perfect space of equal measure between every single one that stands like the front of sentinels, waiting for you. Who do you guys collect from the ship?
Tar doesn't want to involve any more people, is not going to collect anybody.
I
mean, we're playing group games.
just wants to collect one person. And that's going to be Jax. He's coming with us.
Wait, Bongu, poor
Don't involve the
Bongu.
kid.
Oh
Yeah.
no. It's I can stay here with the ship.
Bongu,
Unless-
we
unless
actually
it's
need you
really
tomorrow
needed.
to visit the temple. They want us to all go with them.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely attend for that. But you guys are going to play games.
I think we're going to go
Right.
get shit-faced with these freaks.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
I
I
can-
actually don't think they're that bad, but yeah.
You weren't in the cave with us, Candy. There's something wrong with them.
Are we? We're out of.
We're
like,
on the ship
your
away
stuff,
from them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
How long do you think we should be gone for?
long
I-
enough to forget the creepiness.
To make it so
So-
they're not upset. When they get upset, they were like extending their limbs and their faces would tilt in a
I'm gonna
disjointed manner.
I'm gonna whisper to Bongu. I'm just gonna be like, if we're not back by midnight, then come look for us.
I think I'm gonna spend the night in the tavern and ask them questions.
That's fine. I'll come back to the ship before midnight. But if you don't see me before midnight, Bongu, then something's up.
Okay.
Uh,
Then, if
Kurdan.
needed, we can come looking. But I would like to use that as a last resort, just because I don't want to leave the children and the ship. What were you gonna say, Kurdan?
He's gonna kind of pull you aside where some people can't really overhear. He's gonna say, whatever you do, please try your best to keep Malia on the ship.
Yes. Well, Felix will be here with me as well, so we'll all stand guard.
Maybe
Okay, thank you.
we still have some daylight left. Should someone try shopping?
It is not. It's like perpetual twilight here.
Oh.
Yeah.
But didn't we thought when we were pulling up on the dock that we got here relatively in the morning, no?
Yes. Hmm.
Okay. So we don't have daylight, but we're not exactly tired.
Yes. It's like a nebulous, cold.
Here's what I'm thinking. We take Jax because he is familiar with what's going on. It'd be good to have one person who at least has been here a while with us. And maybe they can fill us in while the shenanigans are happening. If
Yori?
Bongu wants to go shopping, he may, or Malia, but one must stay to protect the ship and the children, I believe.
I'm
I
gonna
think-
go with the team away from the child. Can't stand that kid.
Yeah, let's leave Jax and the people going to the tavern. The tavern is also the shop, right?
Yep. Hmm.
Right.
But wouldn't it be best to have someone who's been here a while?
I don't trust a word he says.
Yep.
True.
Kurdan just
Kurdan
nods.
and basically,
Understand,
yeah,
but-
Kurdan and Tar are basically holding hands at this point.
He,
They have friendship bracelets.
in my mind, I think of it this way: if he's with us, he is seen as a friend, part of us. If shit hits the fan, his life is in danger too. So then I see no reason for him to really lie, but to get himself and us out of there.
I feel like this kid wants to leave, and that's why he's on our ship and not sleeping in the tavern.
If
I
wants
think
to
he
leave, we
understands
have to
they're
be alive.
dangerous.
But
I think that's a very keen observation.
my only concern is leaving Malia or Bongu, either or, alone with two mysterious Tabaxi and Amelia, who it does not deserve to go through another horror again.
Felix is here with us on the ship as well.
Felix can take care of the kids. He's the only one here who I know is good with kids.
Okay, then how about
Plus, we still have a few crew members left.
I mean, when you look at Felix, Dib's a bow on his head, and he's reading to Amelia.
how about we leave Felix then to protect Amelia, his main concern, not caring about the other two Tabaxi as they should know what to do, and Malia as well, and we take Bongu with us in case we need healing and prayer.
I think Malia should come too. Right, Kurdan?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Then Malia can provide healing,
Mhm.
and I can stay back.
We do need Dib to come with us, though. Dib has all of our money.
Right.
Come on, Dip. I'm gonna grab Dip to be a bow on my head again.
Okay.
Let's go, Malia.
And so we're just gonna leave Jax and his little brother here, or are we kicking them off the ship while we're away? I mean, not that that's actually going to stop them, the sneaky little cur.
They won't be able to navigate this huge ship by themselves.
And Felix and Bongu is here.
And Bongu's coming with us.
Oh,
Felix
okay.
can take care of them.
Felix is here. Yeah, he could easily handle them. So
Well then, as long as Felix knows to also keep an eye on them and tell the cook not to do them any favors. I don't really trust him. I mean, I don't think he means harm, but I think there's a lot he's not telling us.
I agree. All right, let's go shopping and get shit-faced.
all right.
And so you head back to the tavern, and the 20 or so that were waiting for you on the shoreline are gone, and it's just the two. And as you approach them, anybody with a passive perception of at least 12, their whispers have the same echoing from the caves.
That what the Jason thing? Shh, shh, shh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like the drop.
You know, I heard once
in a bucket.
he's saying kill mom. So doesn't sit well.
When they see you, though, they wiggle, they slightly clap, and they take up station, one in the lead, one behind.
Right before we get up to them, Tamar's gonna turn back to the group and say, "And no more wiggling," and then continue going.
I gotta admit, it was actually kind of fun.
Amelia's like,
What's this about wiggling?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as what wiggling? Like, what do you mean? And then when you get to them and you watch them wiggle, Malia's like, oh, that thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, I learned my moves from a mermaid, very popular on the seas. I think her name was Sikira.
Oh, baby, when you talk like
Her hips
that.
never told lies.
Holy shit.
Yori, does that mean your hips don't tell lies?
Oh, they don't.
To the tavern.
Okay.
To the tavern.
They have your food still heated. They have your spot waiting for you. Your table
Kara's gonna-
where you were sitting. They all stand when you enter. And they're in the same positions that they were when you left.
Mm-hmm. That alcohol that was served to Candy that Tar took away, they're gonna pound it down real quick.
They say, oh, welcome back. Hello. We missed you. We're so happy you've returned.
Yeah, let's get these games started, shall we?
Do all of you play the games?
Yes.
Yes.
Were some people not gonna try to buy stuff?
Yeah, I was thinking of just that, holding Malia's hand fairly tightly and then going over to the bartender to buy stuff.
Okay. Malia will stay close.
Yori is gonna buy as well.
Okay, then everyone not buying, roll a d20.
19.
Okay.
Oh, I get a
17.
nat 20.
Whoa.
Nice.
Candy.
High rollers.
Yeah, and what did Bongu get?
17.
Okay, Candy wins the first round.
Ooh!
And they all stand
Nice.
and wiggle and clap.
And I wiggle alongside.
Okay, as you go to wiggle, it's this extended, like, just nobody moves. Their eyes widen and dilate as they look at you. And then they all begin to shimmy. It's like a vibrate. Like, and they clap louder. And then they sit all at once. And they play again. Roll another d20.
I was gonna get another drink. $18.
Alright, Candy.
Rolling. 10.
Okay, and Bongu.
19.
Okay.
Oh.
Bongu, you win this round.
Okay. Bongu is gonna tip his hat to everybody and not wiggle.
Okay,
So reasonable.
you tip your hat. Hold on, I gotta make a roll. Okay, as you tip your hat, they try to mimic. And their jowls end up kind of hanging on one side, like their cheek kind of pulling away from their bones. And then they straighten their head. And they all do it, so it's like click, 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 click.
Hmm.
And then they clap.
That was unsettling. But Bongu's just gonna smile.
They return the smile. At the shop, the bar tap changes his hat and he says, I will help you buy things. What can I get for you? And of course, he's talking to Yori first, since you're the one that just got there.
Do you have any unique potions? Not just for healing, but for any kind of random situation.
Yes, indeed. What would you like the potions to do?
Maybe one that can increase one's size to be a giant.
Okay, he's like faster than they've moved before. There's the sound of like the tinkling bottle, and there's one in front of you.
Is this the only one you have? Or do you have like two that I may purchase?
There's suddenly another one as it dings against the first. And he's just
okay.
smiling.
And do you have any unique shields?
He tilts his head. At the temple.
Is there a more specialized shop at the temple?
He blinks. There is shields at the temple.
Right, so weaponry at the temple, it seems. Okay. I guess my last question is if you have a potion that would make someone very quick.
How quick?
Like increase movement or speed.
He just leans kind of forward. Faster than the eye can track.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. Yeah, I like that.
Are you sure your bones can handle that speed?
Well, I could turn into something, and if I turn into dust, I can just go back to me.
He grins, and it's really, really stretched out. You shift? And the chin kind of tilts slightly, and the eyes get wide. How wonderful.
Yes, I am what I'm not sure if you know, called a druid. I can.
He slaps his hands on the desk, and everyone pauses. And they all turn to look at you. A
Did
druid.
I wiggle?
You wiggle?
No, I said I'm asking. Did I wiggle? Because I'm used to the situation.
Yeah, they all pause to look at you, and he says, a druid, a shapeshifter.
Yes, I'm one with mostly the sea, but nature a little as well.
And it's just eerily silent, even though the game is going on. Only your party seems to make any noise as they shuffle their cards. And all of a sudden, they're all smiling really tight. It actually makes your jaws hurt looking at how tight they're smiling.
Ooh. Are you a druid?
He sits down a potion. This will use the haste spell. Your bones will not melt when you use it.
Okay. And my last order would be, do you have, it's quite a lot, but 8 invisibility potions?
He gives you only 3.
I'll take them. That'll be it for me.
And somewhere in the tap room, someone begins to play a piano off key. One of them sitting down and playing. And Bongo, you step up to shop. I need everyone to make a perception check, please.
I thought Bongu was playing and Kurdan was shopping.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Kurdan. Switching. My bad. Kurdan, as you move up. So sorry.
Perception 15 for Bongu.
21.
What did everybody get?
11.
6.
We're busy playing the game.
You feel like you're busy surviving.
Yeah.
You're like a little nervous that if you play the wrong hand, it's over. What did Yori get? I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was adding the potions. We're rolling. What again? I apologize.
Perception. D20.
Perception. I got a. I'm gonna use an inspiration.
Noted.
It's a 17 for perception.
17. Okay, hold on one sec. Okay. Things are tense, but they're still progressing in a way that seems natural. That's a really rough, it's a very watered down description, so to speak. They watch Yori as if waiting for some kind of change. There's almost a hunger in the way they watch Yori, but it isn't outright malice. And then all at once, they get quiet again, and the one behind the tap bar, he leaps up, throwing himself into the center of the tap room, and he tosses open the door, and he runs out into the dark. And then all at once, the rest of them apologize, and they shoot up out of their seats, except for the ones that are coded like children. The children stay. But the children begin to board up the windows. And they say in unison, "Don't worry, it's just a lion. But everyone's gonna be okay." As all of the other ones pour out of the tap. Like water sprung, they filter out the door, suddenly armed. Shields, spears, bows. And the way that they move is so agile and soundless. It leaves you momentarily stunned. The lethality in the way that they move is frightening. And we're going to end there for tonight.
Oh.
Well,
Well, Tar's definitely gonna follow them.
Hell yeah. Same.
Yeah.
I would say probably the last thing you hear is a great war cry, and then it is echoed, and it sounds nothing like the Whispershire individuals.